everybody, and welcome back again to Let's Play Dishonored 2. We have just arrived at Lower Aventa Station on our way back to the ship, and I'm currently on the pause screen because when I exited the carriage I heard someone talking and it sounded very close. Which in this game doesn't have to mean anything because, like I said, the ambient dialogue is just all over the place, so they are probably somewhere outside. But it also didn't sound like a normal guard, so it's probably one of these people we saw behind the station when we came here. But I want to make sure that the place is safe before I take a Sokolov out of the carriage. So let's check out what's going on here. And I'm guessing it's someone over here. Just can't really see anyone. But it doesn't look as if anyone is actually inside here, so I hope I'm just good to go. Do I need any of this? No, I'm still full on elixirs. Yeah, let's just take Sokolov and then we need to leave. Let's just use the same way that we used to come here. Back to the roof.
I hope you kissed your kids goodbye this morning.
What in the world? Who is talking? Again, it sounds very close and it doesn't sound like a guard. What in the world is going on here? Hang on a second, Sokolov. Gotta put you down again because something is going on here and it doesn't seem normal. There's guards piled onto a stash of bodies. That's usually what I do, but I didn't do that.
You are a nuisance to the city. Didn't anybody tell you?
Okay, so I see two people. They're not guards. As a matter of fact, there's another one sitting on top of that little cabin. My guess would be witches. Because I haven't really seen any other people that are not like on the street but sitting around on stuff. In the previous game, the only one who would do that would be assassins and witches. And they don't look like assassins, so why are they here? What have they done to the guards? Okay. This is going to be a little bit more complicated than I thought. Well, I only see the three presumed witches down here, so I feel I should deal with them before I go anywhere with Sokolov. How many more sleep darts do I have? 2. Well, but the black market shop is very close. As a matter of fact, I may want to go to the black market shop anyway, because I can't replenish my supplies in between missions, so this might be a chance to get supplies for the next mission. So I don't actually have to wait until I find another black market store.
I told her once, I told her 1,000 times.
Yeah, I don't know. Can we link them together?
Otherwise the spell won't work, no matter how many goose feathers you've gathered.
Yeah, they sound like witches, do they not? Yep. They are too far away for a link. Gotta get a little bit closer.
I hear you, my mistress. I'm your devoted servant. Yes, yes, yes.
Yep, I think we're looking at witches here. I need kind of a vantage point where I can see them all. What if I just teleport right behind her? I mean, she shouldn't notice, right? She totally doesn't notice. And yeah, they're witches. I recognize their flower decorations. And as a matter of fact, I don't even have to use a sleep dart for these. I can just choke them out. Okay. And they are all unconscious as well. Alright, so I have no idea why there's witches in this place all of a sudden. I'm just going to put you down here. Huh. Let me have a look at this. Witches! And yeah, they totally killed all the guards that I didn't kill. Mission letter from Delilah. Mariah, take Heather and Kai. Travel to Kanaka tonight. The others there will give you a roof to sleep beneath and they will keep you out of sight. Watch for our friend from Dunwell. That would be me, I suppose. When the moment comes, strike. If you succeed, I promise you will be rewarded. And beyond that, I'll make you a portrait. Your Empress forever, Delilah. Okay, so the witches are here and they're looking for me. That makes sense, but why are they killing the guards? I mean, the guards are also looking for me, and the guards report to the Duke and, you know, to the Empress. So you would think that they are on the same side. So it's kind of weird that they feel the need to kill them. But okay, yeah, I still gotta take Sokolov and bring him back to the ship, but I will make a quick detour to the black market shop so I can stock up my supplies for the next mission. It's just around the corner. Let's just hope that this place hasn't been taken over by witches. No, looks fine. And I'm back again, your most loyal customer.
Welcome back. Sometimes I wish I had the Grand Inventor among my clients. But I've heard he's not so easy to please.
Well, he might be a little bit easier to please
I used to
now.
own a cafe down at the docks, but the smell of fish blood was stronger than the smell of morning coffee. I had to sell it.
You really need to think about some new dialogue. Okay, I got some blueprints. May want to have a look at that.
You know, this is what I have for upgrading your equipment.
Right. Combustion bolt, hardened bolt, crossbow accuracy. I mean, this wouldn't be completely useless, assuming this also applies to sleep darts. I don't know. I'll take it.
A pleasure to do business.
Armored bullet. Ricochets of hard surfaces, including enemy armor. Is this a good thing? Wouldn't that be very dangerous? Now for my pistol, I don't desperately need that. Refined lens optics, bone charm slots, spring razors. Yeah, not really specifically interested in any of these. And these are for more stun mines, okay. Instead, let's have a look at the gear, because I do want to buy more darts. Also, it occurred to me that maybe I should have used like stinging
The situation
bolts.
in the Empire has driven the prices up, I'm afraid.
Or the blinding or the holing bolts when I was surrounded by enemies in the mansion, but it didn't occur to me. I panicked. I didn't remember that I still had these darts, and I'm not sure if they even work during combat, or if you have to be stealthy to actually use them.
You won't be sorry.
But okay, I will buy all of your sleep darts and... Okay, well, I'm actually full on everything else. And I can buy...
A deal well made.
one more Adamire solution. Okay, I guess that would be it.
Do find me again.
I'm not sure if I will find you again, because I probably won't return to this specific place. But yeah, now let's get a Sokolov and let's get out of here. But let's be careful. There might be more witches around. Get up here. Yeah, I'm going to use the same route that I used before. Now up here. And back onto the roof. You know, another bone charm that I wouldn't mind having is one that speeds up the mana recharge. There was a bone charm like that in the previous game. Having to wait each time I use far reach is a little bit annoying. But okay, let's get out of here, Anton. Let's be careful. I'm going to assume that these were all the witches. I mean, the letter mentioned 2 people and the witch that got the letter, so that would be 3. But let's not assume that this is actually all. They may have found more people to accompany them here in Kanaka, right? Okay. Almost made it. Okay, Megan. Coming. I'm coming. Okay, here we go. That should be it.
You did it. How is he?
He's frail and wounded, but he'll recover.
I didn't think it was possible. You must have a story to tell. I'll hear it back at the ship.
It's an interesting one. Go to the dreadful whale. Yes, I'm pretty sure I'm done here.
Let's go then.
Okay, let's have a look at our summary. I didn't kill anyone, so that's good. I mean, I didn't remember killing anyone, but sometimes people just die by a freak accident. That didn't happen. But yeah, my stealthiness left much to be desired. I mean, I'm still in the stealth area, not in the assault area, but this certainly was not my best performance in that regard. But then again, I didn't even try, especially when it came to the clockwork soldiers. I didn't try to be stealthy, I just attacked them. So, I guess that was to be expected. Okay, this is actually looking pretty good. I missed one bone charm. I think it was a black bone charm. To be honest, I didn't really try to go after this one either. I had no idea where to look for it, and so far I haven't really found a black bone charm that I liked, so I didn't think it was worth the effort. But everything else is looking pretty good. Special actions, hidden repository. Discovered Kirin Jindosh's hidden repository by manipulating the walls of the Clockwork Mansion. Looted Aventa Station. Robbed the ticket booth at the Aventa carriage station. Alright, let's continue. Another strange visit. You've awakened with a strange feeling. Okay, are we going to the void again? I mean, it looks like the ship, but it looked like the ship last time too, and it wasn't. Yeah, there's nothing I can interact with. I don't have any mana anymore, so I think I'm in the void. So, let's see. Oh, I can use the tap. So this is void water. Oh yeah, this looks different.
But somehow different this time.
Okay. Strange presence. So, what is different about it this time?
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned your father into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
So I heard.
Am I dreaming? If not, how is Delilah doing this?
I have no idea, but she has a connection to the void, so she might be able to do this. Whispers from the past.
I told you, when you're older, perhaps next year.
You said that last year. Jessamine's younger than me, and she's a court every day.
Just is, well, it's complicated. You'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
Well, I find it interesting that he would actually, like, acknowledge that she's his daughter. Right, I can't use any skills here. But apparently he didn't bring her to court. At least I assume that this was like the Emperor, so Jessamine's father, and the little girl was Delilah.
During the day, Jessamine and I played games in the tower. But at night, I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year, I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
Okay.
I didn't break it.
Would you like to tell me who did?
We were just playing.
Young lady Jessie, what is your account?
It was her. Delilah's lie. She broke it.
Interesting. I mean, I'm not sure if I can believe it. Delilah might just be telling us a story. I have no idea. But it would explain why she is so bitter.
Mother and I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Challenge accepted.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Her sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
A way out. Okay, so that's how I just get out of here?
It's
Alright.
hard to know whether my dear old aunt is telling the truth or not.
Yeah. I mean, why would she tell us this story in the first place? Does she want sympathy?
When I was young, the Loyalist conspiracy that kidnapped me also took Anton Sokolov. They brought him to the pub where I was being held and locked him in a cage meant for dogs. And you know what? Sokolov laughed at them.
I remember.
He taught me lessons and told me funny stories. He seemed immortal. His mind shaped our age. That's changed. The old man I rescued doesn't talk much. He eats what we give him, groans in his sleep, coughs out blood. I thought he'd tell me the secret to defeating Delilah and saving the Empire. But I'm not even sure he knows where he is.
So I guess Jindosh did use his machine on him, and it took its toll. Okay, I guess we're back on the real ship now.
I'm with you, even in the void. If only I could do more.
Mother? That wasn't a dream, was it?
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
No. She's the one who orchestrated the coup.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end. Soon.
Well, you're being very cryptic again. I mean, you could have told me about what happened back then if Delilah's story is actually true. I mean, I can believe that she's like the daughter of a kitchen maid and that her father didn't want her at court, but at the same time told her that someday she would be a princess or whatever. I find that story between the sisters a little bit weird, because, I mean, Jessamine was a daughter of the emperor, right? And she grew up in wealth, so would she really be so afraid because she broke something that she would implicate her friend? I mean, seriously, what could possibly happen to her, the daughter of the empress, just because she broke something? That part of the story, I don't know if I can believe it. I mean, sometimes children do stupid stuff, so maybe it did happen like that. But I find it kind of weird that someone who grew up in such wealth would really be that worried about getting punished for breaking something expensive. So I'm not sure what to think about it. But yeah, let's have a look at the stuff here. This is just a travel log. I don't need to read this now. But let's see if there's anything else I can look at. Oh, apparently I took one of these skulls from the Clockwork Soldiers, huh? Thank you. It's something I should say to your face, but that's hard for me. Thank you for what you did bringing Anton back. What would I have done without him puttering around the ship, mumbling and stroking his greasy beard? I wanted to find him on my own, but hearing what you went through, I'm impressed. Anyway, enjoy this bottle from the Captain's Reserve. Good stuff. I got it from an aristocrat wanting quick passage out of Karnaca a while back. You will need it now that Anton is back if you want to sleep. His snoring cuts straight through the bulkhead, Megan. I still wonder why they are so close. I mean, there must be an interesting story behind this, right? And I would like to hear that. Old man. Anyway, I guess that's all there is to look at here. So let's leave this place and I guess we're going to talk to Megan again.
For a man of his age, Sokolov's making better progress than I would have expected.
Okay, apparently she's still around too. A letter from Lucia Pastor. Dear Dr. Hypatia, I couldn't be happier about the news you gave me. The people here in Dust District desperately need someone like you. I understand that you cannot see patients in Adamai anymore and that it's too dangerous to go back to your apartment. I'll arrange something. We'll find you a safe place to hide and give free consultations as you suggested. I'll send word about it via the Miners Family Committee and some friends I have here at the Silver Spike newspaper. Welcome back to the city, Lucia Pastor. Okay, so she's looking for a place to stay, I suppose.
Good to see you're still with us. Thank you for helping, Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do. Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
Then we'll have to make sure Duke Luca Abel doesn't overstay his welcome.
Karnaca's key leaders are flawed, for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke, and the time of the coup has passed, whichever ones are left standing could change things here. Consider that, as you come face to face with the Duke's remaining associates.
I appreciate your thoughts on the matter, Alexandria.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Duke is on my list too, and we will eventually get to him.
I wish there was something I could remember to help in your efforts. Megan is worried that someone will see us coming and going. I might depart soon.
Yeah, so you said.
Anton and I are both in your debt.
Speaking of which, I would like to see if I can find him and talk to him, maybe. So, before we go and actually talk to Megan... Well, there he is.
Jindosh wanted me to help him with a rather complicated problem. It would have enabled him to make his clockwork soldiers at a fraction of the cost. Clever man.
Not clever enough. What's wrong with people like that?
A restless mind and an empty heart, perhaps. Jindosh would have snuffed me out as soon as he got bored. I appreciate what Emily did for me, freeing me from that place.
I searched for you, Anton. I would have found you.
I knew you'd try, Megan. They kept me going after they gave me to Jindosh.
Either way, you're back now. I'm glad.
So, will you tell me your story at some point?
The Empress has risen. A peaceful sleep, I hope. Nothing like the pillows at Dunwall Tower, made of goose feathers.
Sit down when you want to talk.
Yes, I will start the briefing soon. Oh, apparently talking to Anton is also starting the briefing. In that case, I will wait a while and come back to you later. So, how is our wall looking? Delilah? I think this is a Duke. Will Kanaka's mechanical marvel conquer the world? Yep, that is done. Temporary closure of the conservatory. Dear patrons, due to an alarming increase in the mite population and with the full knowledge and approval of Duke Abel himself, the Royal Conservatory will remain closed for the foreseeable future. Our apologies. Ah, this name again. We've seen her before.
The Royal Conservatory. This place was commissioned by my grandfather in my grandmother's name.
Okay, so I'm going to assume this is going to be our next destination.
One of the more elaborate structures in Karnaca, closed to the public. More of the Duke's questionable rulership.
What is the device Ashworth is building? Cancelled. Why is the Royal Conservatory closed to the public? So you think it's not might, obviously. Well, you might have a point there.
Delilah Copperspoon. Or is it Caldwin?
Well, I believe her story that she is maybe like an illegitimate child of the Emperor. Like I said, I'm not entirely sure if I believe her story about Jessamine blaming her for some broken thing. I don't know, it just sounds weird. Bloodfly infestation. Dear passengers, I'd like to offer my apologies for being such a grumpy captain. First, to Anton, who I called senile old gold when he decided to bring live bloodflies aboard for study. Not a single day passes without me staring in delight at those little marvels of nature. Second, my apologies to whoever broke the bloodfly tank, allowing them to flutter down to the engine room, bringing joy to the sad bowl of mine with a gentle humming of their soft wings. I deeply regret calling you a clumsy sack of guano. But now that we've had all time to enjoy their charming company, can someone please exterminate every last bloodfly on my ship? Yeah, how did that happen? I'm pretty sure there were bloodflies in here when I was in this place the last time. But I will gladly help you with your bloodfly infestation. I have some experience with that. But I mean, there's nobody on board other than you and Anton. I haven't seen any kind of crew. So whoever did that must be one of you. Probably you, Megan, huh? Trip to the markets. Megan, I've thought of a few things I need when you go into Karnaca. I'd get them myself, but you know what it's like for these old bones to walk so far. I need a smaller shirt. Seems everything I own falls off me now. And you're right, I suppose I need some soap and a good hair tonic for my beard and what's left around the sides of my skull. You liked the Tyrian stew I made last week, so if you'd like to have that again, get lamb and we can afford it. If not, don't worry, my appetite isn't what it used to be. A bit of bread and a few shrimp will get me through most days. But don't forget the wine. If that's not too much, I could use more paints. I'm out of cerulean, ochre, and ultramarine. Anton. I see. The Shinderi Gift, the study by Emora Clipswitch. I'm going to read this one later. What else do we have here? Oh, this one is locked. Can't actually go through here. So where's that bloodfly infestation? Down in the engine room, you say? Oh yeah, I see your problem. I will take care of it. Woo! That's not what I was planning to do. Oh, we have incendiary bolts over here. So the question is, have they formed a nest somewhere? Because if there's a nest, then they can return, I guess. You also have a rat infestation, by the way. Just saying. Well, apparently that's all the bloodflies, because the quest is no longer in my journal, which means I apparently killed them all. Okay, well, you can thank me later. Is there anything else in here that I need to take care of? We have even more rats here. Right, nothing of interest around here.
Medicinal supplies are low.
This is just
I might have to go out for
Hypatia's quarters.
and some leche thistle seeds.
Let's have a quick look on deck. Oh, it's night. So we can have a view of the city at night. And no new bone charms have appeared. Okay, well, in that case, I guess we can... Oh, hang on a second. Since I have the heart in my hand, I will not forget to use it this time. I want to use it on Sokolov.
Anton Sokolov, painter, inventor, and philanderer, famous throughout the Isles, loyal only to himself.
Okay.
Sokolov wonders now if it was all worth it. Once put forth, some ideas take on a life of their own.
Yeah, I don't know. He definitely changed since last game. He certainly didn't give off these grumpy but nice grandpa vibes in the previous game.
The years have softened him.
Indeed.
He seeks to make up for the wrongs from his past.
That I can believe.
He experimented on people during the plague years. Unwilling subjects who suffered needlessly at his hands.
Yep, I kinda knew about that.
It was brief, but his time at the Hound Pit's pub as a prisoner stays with him. He was strangely happy.
I mean, in a way, he wasn't really all that different from Kirin Jindosh, and I believe that 20 years ago he probably would have worked with him. I don't know.
There is guilt within him for the things he did, but curing the rat plague saved so many.
Well, at least he does feel guilty, and yes, I guess curing the rat plague is certainly a good accomplishment.
Not so long ago, the nobles vied for his attention, sent him gifts and flattery. Whose invitation would he accept? Whose portrait would he next paint?
Yeah, I wonder if all these pictures and paintings we are collecting in this game are also painted by Sokolov.
His past torments him. Can he ever atone for the pain he's caused?
I cannot answer that.
He's full of regrets, this old man. Sokolov, the once great alchemist.
Yeah, I guess he's not such a great alchemist anymore if Jindosh used his machine on him.
Some nights, he dreams of a young woman he once painted, decades ago. Her face, the most beautiful thing he'd ever beheld. She died before the painting was complete, and he burned it to ash.
Anyone in particular?
From Esmond Roseborough, Sokolov learned the power hidden inside whale oil. He harnessed it for devices that kill, and Roseborough took his own life.
Well, that is tragic. Speaking of Roseborough, apparently the collection is named after him. So I guess another great inventor.
Some nights he wakes for the toilet, thinking he's at his old apartment on Colwood's Bridge. He's confused by the layout of the dreadful whale.
It is kind of confusing.
He retreated from Dunwall, tired of the petty squabbles of the elite. They still seek him out for portraits, new elixirs, or bawdy stories. Some just to see the great Sokolov, now stooped and humbled.
Well, I wouldn't mind some stories either.
It's all still there, in his mind. Every formula, every equation. Harder and harder to recall.
Okay, so he hasn't forgotten, he just can't access all that knowledge anymore.
In his dreams, he sees the names and faces of every subject he experimented on, in the name of progress.
Well, that's something at least. He remembers their names.
They would flock to his lectures. When all the seats were full, they would line the hallways, straining to hear. Hypatia, Jindosh, all the great minds of today owe him a debt.
I see.
When Jindosh held him, Sokolov believed he would die. And that changed him. He is so tired.
Interesting.
He's remembering the great voyage he took by sea. So many men lost, reaching Pandyssia. The burning wastes.
Yeah, you wrote a very long book about it. I found several chapters of it already.
Anton, how great you were. Rest now, my friend. If he has any other secrets, they are hidden from me.
Okay, I guess this is a sign that I won't get anything out of him anymore. So I guess we can just start the briefing, right? What's going to be our next target?
Anton, when I brought you back, you could barely speak. But it's been 3 days.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and my father is missing. This is Anton Sokolov, the greatest mind in the Empire.
No, Emily. Megan is right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Sarkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge, but I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
Okay.
She's the curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous, as obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to.
Okay, so we got our next target. Brianna Ashworth. Might be useful to, you know, go to my codex again and read up all the information we found on her so far. But I will do this off camera. Because I remember finding quite a bit of information on her already. But for now, let's just go to the boat and we're going to leave for the next mission. Okay. Okay, here we go. New travel log entry. Yep, that I will read off camera too.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
I am totally ready.
Yes, let's go.
The Royal Conservatory. While held captive, Anton Sokolov learned the identity of one of Delilah's chief allies, Brianna Ashworth. An architect of the coup that took the throne in Dunwall, Ashworth is powerful and full of secrets. She is building a mysterious device for Delilah. Brianna Ashworth must be eliminated. Straightforward and to the point.
There'll be a Grand Guard presence outside the Royal Conservatory. Inside, be prepared for anything. Ashworth runs with an eclectic crowd. They'll be the real danger.
Someday I'd like to know more about how you met Ashworth.
I know you would. Trust me. Ashworth is important to Delilah. Which brings up something else. You might be able to exploit the Abbey of the Everyman in removing Ashworth from play. Turns out the Vice Overseer in Karnaca has been watching Ashworth from a hidden outpost near the Royal Conservatory. Check it out first if you want more options.
Okay.
Remember, if she's still working with Delilah, Ashworth is a grave threat.
Thanks, Megan. See you soon.
So I guess this would be my non-lethal option. So, here we are. Let's have a look at our quest journal. Enter the Royal Conservatory. Uncover Ashworth role. Search Brianna Ashworth's office. Optional, find out what Byrne knows. Right, he's the Vice Overseer. Search Vice Overseer Byrne's outpost for any information about Brianna Ashworth. And I'm going to assume if I do this, it will give me another option to take her down, and that would probably be the non-lethal option, right? This is probably how it's going to work. Mission clues. Brianna Ashworth's records. Brianna Ashworth may have records about what happened 3 years ago with the Delilah Copperspoon. And yeah, I need to go to the outpost. Okay. I can already see some people over here. So, let's be careful. So, let's start by looking around in the immediate vicinity, but there doesn't really seem to be anything over here. It's just an alarm clock. Don't want to use that. So, okay, we have the Overseer office over here, so it's not far away. And the Royal Conservatory over here. And I'm not sure if these people are friendly. They're probably not. Oh, but there's quite a bunch of stuff in here. Howler dust. I'll take all of this. Don't usually need any rewire tools because most of the time they turn machinery hostile, and that is bad for a non-lethal playthrough. Yeah, let's try to get a little bit higher here. For example, this might be a place where I can go to. I see even more people around here. Oh yeah, there's guards too. So can I somehow get up onto the light posts here? That would be great. Or maybe onto this one. Nope. Nope. They're a little bit too high. Let's see if I get a little bit closer, maybe we'll be able to do it. Come on, I just want to get onto the light post. But I need a better angle to do this.
Cigars tomorrow. Wanna buy one?
Sure. The blood flies are disgusting this year. And what's next? It's enough to make a man crazy.
I mean, these people down here might actually be non-hostile. They seem to be people trading stuff or smugglers or something. But let's not take any risks here. Okay, let's get up here first, maybe. And up here next. Then I should be high enough to actually get on the lamp post, I hope. Also, I may want to check if there's anything around here. I mean, there's alarm clocks inside, so there's most certainly stuff going on here. Is this person dead or sleeping? Oh, the person is sleeping. As a matter of fact, I can't even, like, take them out because they're lying on the bed. Mine collapse, numerous casualties. A representative from the miners' family committee reports that another silver mine has partially collapsed, leaving 8 miners injured and killing 12. The committee maintains that the Duke's unrealistic production goals were the true culprit, citing the overlong shift that have been in practice since mine owner Aramis Stilton disappeared. That's another name we've seen before. The mines are now managed directly by the Grand Palace until such a time as Stilton returns or until a new director can be found. However, the Grand Palace's official statement blamed the collapse on human error and threatened to arrest anyone found guilty of demoralizing the people of Kanaka. We at the Kanaka Gazette certainly support the efforts to maintain Socorno's unity. Our thoughts go to the families of those injured or killed. Also, I totally forgot to check out the rune and bone charm situation. Oh wow, that's a lot of them. Most of them are in this area. There is a outsider shrine. So let's put a marker on this one first because it's a little bit closer than most of these. Also, it's probably inside that outpost where I want to go anyway. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do here, but the episode is getting long, so I'm going to end the episode here. First of all, we will try to get into that Overseer outpost, get the rune, get the information we need, and then we will move on to the
I didn't deserve the promotion.
Conservatory.
No promotion if it hit her in
And
the head.
I will, as usual, look around a little bit and see if I can find anything useful. But for now, let's call it a day as usual. Thank you for watching and see you again next time.